Alright then. Gotta put our stuff back on. Actually, I think that's all we have to put on. I'll have to equip my sword. There we go.
How's life treating you?
Not too bad.
The taste is... Greetings. Do you need something?
I spoke to Havel.
And? How did it go?
Good. I had to drink a bit of wine to get some answers out of him, but I sacrificed myself for the cause.
And what did he say?
It took a while, but in the end, he told me sometimes crates of a special incense are brought to the vineyard, and they apparently burn it in the barrels.
What? Incense? And he wasn't just yanking your pizzle or too drunk?
He may have been drunk, but he was telling the truth. He doesn't know what incense it is, just that they get it delivered.
Right, and here's a small reward so you don't go around saying old Casper's ungrateful. But now I need you to look into it further. We need to find out what this special incense is for. We'll have to take a look in the vineyard and take some of that incense.
We, meaning me, right?
Of course I mean you. See how well we understand each other?
I'll do it, but I want more coin. It's a risky thing to do. What's more, it's the monastery's vineyard, and I don't want to end up on the wrong side of the church.
All right. I'll give you more, but I want you to know you're bleeding me dry as is.
I'm the one likely to actually bleed. Now tell me where to look. The vineyard is pretty big.
It's big, true. But there's a vineyard house right in the middle. The custodian lives there, as well as the workers. And it's also where all the supplies are stored. Besides, there's also a side garden where they grow new varieties of grapes. If you could manage to bring me a few seedlings, they could greatly help my own vineyard.
What if they catch me?
You have to be careful. The vineyard is closely guarded, especially at night, and thieves are punished very severely. Don't get caught.
How do I get in? Isn't it guarded?
The simplest thing would be to get hired as a laborer. There'll be lots of work there now that it's summer.
Okay.
I'm on it then.
Good luck, and take care, Henry. By the way, what about the business with the Manlikas? Did you manage to get hold of the book by Bouchek?
Yes, Miss Adletter is sweet. And she even gave me back your book. Here it is.
Ah, thanks very much. I'll try to sell it and pay off at least some of my debts. Farewell, good sir. Taste the delicious cooking
Property to your local church. Quick, before Sig is...
Alright, I guess I'll try to get hired at the vineyard.
Easy. Nice and slow. Slowly. Nice and slow.
It's a shame I can't get the horse to go any faster.
You nearly killed me! Where are you headed? You come back.
Praise be Jesus Christ.
Go! Ja! Ja!
Whoa! Are you hiring?
Us? Always. But don't be fooled. It's hard work. Days spent bent over in the sun. It's not for everybody. But you'll get a few groschen, something to eat, and a place to lay your head.
That sounds good.
I'll tell you tomorrow. For now, go and speak to the custodian, Jerome. He'll tell you what to do. Any questions?
What if I'm not up to it?
You have 2 arms and 2 legs, and that's all you need. The only thing we won't tolerate is someone slacking off. We have a lot of blow-ins, so don't expect any breaks. If you laze about for even a day, you'll be out of here. Understand?
I understand. I'll be going then.
All right, run along. Jerome will be waiting near the winery. And remember, wine is liquid gold, so we keep everything well guarded.
Don't worry. I don't steal.
I have to say that because we do get light-fingered individuals here from time to time. And now you know everything. Off you go to work. Farewell, sir.
Getting in was the easy part. Now you have to find what we're looking for.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
God be with you. How's the watch going?
Not bad, so far.
I'm supposed to report to you. I'm new here.
Excellent. Another young shoot ready to sprout and produce the delicious fruits of labor.
Right. The shoot. That's me.
Forgive me, young man. I'm always pleased by the presence of someone who enjoys working.
That's great. In any case, I was sent to ask what you want me to do.
You'll start today. Because why wait? There are a few hours left before the velvet blanket of night covers our vineyard.
Of course. I'll get to work then.
Excellent. What enthusiasm! What vigor! As our youngest laborer, you will be in charge of the eternal battle against the weeds that choke our beautiful plants. As soon as you spot one, imagine your King David and uproot that evil from our land forever, just as he uprooted the Philistines from Israel.
If you hand me a slingshot, I can take on Goliath.
We hand out slingshots in autumn when we have trouble with starlings. Apart from that, you'll sometimes see a sack at the end of a row. In it are clippings and bad plants which you will take to the dung heap behind the winery here, where their earthly existence ends in the process known as decay.
All right. That doesn't sound too complicated. Weeding and organizing a funeral for some plants.
To tell the truth, lad, work in the vineyard isn't complicated, but it is hard. I therefore suggest you don the vintner's crown, a straw hat. Do you have any other questions?
Forgive me, but why do you talk so strangely?
Truth be told, you're not the first to ask such a question. But the answer is simple. Our time on this earth is too short and precious to leave behind something ordinary. And I'm quite adept at speaking. Unlike other human activities, So why not at least leave behind a pleasing impression?
I wonder what I'll leave behind.
I don't know, lad, and neither do you. But eventually the loom will run out of thread, and it's up to us what we leave behind, whether it's a plain cloth or an ornate tapestry.
I'll get to it then.
May God bless your work. On you go, lad.
Good day.
Oh, he's drinking out of it. Alright, well, you gotta get started here.
Here it is. The final resting place of weeds from our vineyard, and a vast haven for flies. The dung heap. This is where you shall bring the sacks. And moreover, after a hard day's toil, you can lay your head down in that hut over there. Questions?
I'm supposed to sleep beside the dung heap.
It's perfectly healthy, and I wouldn't worry about the smell. The odor emanating from the other beds will be worse.
Great.
Now, get to work. The vineyard is large and there's plenty of work.
You better call back that dog.
Come here.
So... I'm unsure exactly what we're looking for.
Hey, clear off, you mutt! Get out of here, mutt! No one wants
Heel.
to hear your
I've not found a single sack. Like the hell? I'll just start picking plants up. I don't know. Finally.
Greetings to you.
Good doggy. Good boy.
Not entirely sure what constitutes as a weed. So, yeah. I assume those, because those are the only things I'm finding, really.
Don't you dare piss on something. Call that dog to heel. Off you go. Aye. That's right. Just go away.
Yeah, that may help us.
This crate smells like sulfur. This could be it.
wonder what we get for doing all this. It's really the only reason I'm still doing it.
You have a kind master, eh?
Almost forgot we're meant to get some seedlings too.
At your service, sir. How are you doing here?
The life of a winemaker is similar to the life of the vine itself. It seems showered with sunshine, but it isn't possible without tenacity and resilience. Here in the vineyard, we wake up and go to sleep.
Yeah. I'm losing
and
interest
if
in
we
you.
can
Let's hang out here a moment.
What does that mutt want to... Greetings.
Same to you.
Good doggy, good boy.
Get out of here, mutt. What? Leave it. Shoot.
Equipped my torch, or I didn't even have a torch equipped to begin with.
What? So what are you doing prowling about here?
Here!
What kind of idea is that to go strolling about after sundown?
I have nothing else to do. Jesus. Make us sleep. Make the guard happy.
Sit and stay.
Seems like a good time to make our escape, if any.
Come here!
Good morning to you.
I'm back, and I've got the mysterious monastery incense. It looks like wood chips soaked in sulfur. It stinks a bit.
They were smoking barrels with this. Sulfur is the stink of hell, and this is a monastery vineyard.
Maybe there's another reason. The miners in Skalitz used to say where there's sulfur, it's easier to breathe. Healthier air.
But it stinks to high hell.
So do many noble delicacies, and they're still delicious.
I suppose you're right. I'll give it a try. I hope it doesn't make my wine reek. Here's your reward. I added a bit more, as we agreed.
I almost forgot. I have the seedlings.
Ah! I'm curious what they'll grow into. You've made me doubly happy, Henry. So, here's a little something on top for you. Farewell, good sir.
So there's all that there. What's this? Find the soldiers camp. Okay.
Slowly. Nice and slow. Ka! Whoa!
What a waste of money. If you have time to tarry, come and sit down. Tell us what's new.
Can't say no to that. I'll be happy to join you, if I might have the honor of knowing who I'm sitting with.
Let's hear your name first, young man.
Henry. And that's all you need to know.
That's for me to decide. Maybe you're the one dipping his wick in the noble young Lady Adler, eh?
You think I'd come up to you now if I was? Anyway, I'm no philanderer, and I know no Lady Adler.
Aye, true enough. You can't be the blue-blooded fool who can't keep his cock in his hose.
Well, no worries on that count, my friend. I'm as far from noble as only a bastard can be.
All right, fella. I go by the name of Nero, and I didn't know my old man either.
Who do you work for, Nero?
Only for myself, just like my boys. Whip is the son of an executioner, and Hoofpick is from some fucking farm that burnt down.
So you're mercenaries?
Not so. Let's just say we're problem solvers. I get paid to fix what someone else has fucked up or didn't have the balls to do properly.
Tell me about the man you're looking for, Nero.
Nothing much to say. The girl's father paid us to bring him the fellow who left her with child. A standard contract for us.
A contract? What do you mean?
It's simple. We're hired to hunt people down. They call us stalkers, because we keep going till we get our man.
So you get paid to kill people?
If need be. But usually we're just tracking down debtors, thieves, and, like right now, errant lovers.
I see you have bows with you. If you fancy a bet, we could have a shooting contest.
Ho ho! So the lad's feeling confident? Well, all right, let's do it. But I'll wager we're much too good a shot for you. What's it to be? Longbow or crossbow?
Let's do crossbow. I always do longbow.
Quite fancy trying crossbow.
All right. And what do you feel up to? Because it's not going to be free.
Hang on. I'll see how much I have. Yeah, here it is. So, can we start?
Wait a while until I get the other archers. Meanwhile, you can get ready and wait for the signal. Everyone take up your positions. And we're off. Smack bang in the middle.
The black again. I'm not even trying.
That's how it's done.
Smack bang in the middle.
Smack bang in the middle.
Oh, shit.
Another points.
Smack bang in the middle.
Smack bang in the middle.
That's how it's done.
That's how it's done.
Well, damn.
Victory's mine! At
Oh, well.
last! A win for once.
Take care.
Excuse me.
Let's go on then. Actually, no, I want to try again. Let's equip our longbow.
I'd like...
Again, what's it to be?
Maybe...
Or
Hang on. Yeah.
wait till... Your friend. And we're off. Another 5 points.
The black again. I'm not even trying.
That's how it's done.
The black again. I'm not even trying.
That's how it's done.
Smack bang in the middle.
Bullseye.
Smack bang in the middle.
Damn.
Next time, try to step up your game. That was too easy.
You silly doggy.
Alright, now we're gonna head off. But it's just now occurring to me, I don't have any bolts ready. So if we were to encounter anyone, my horse is still loaded down with weapons too. Wow. But if we were to encounter anyone, I don't have anything ready to fight them. Wish you could filter this into weapons. That'd be nice. All right.
Quick! Whoa! Whoa!
What happened here?
Surely there's a reasonable explanation for this.
You could stick your reason up your ass. I told you something like this would happen. We never should have stopped bringing the offerings.
Your offerings are a blasphemy before God, and this is his punishment. I won't stand.
What's going on here?
As you can see, something slaughtered all these cows.
Not just something. It was that creature from hell. I saw with my own eyes how it fled back to its hole in the mine.
Give it a rest, would you?
I won't. What'll happen when that monster comes for us next?
Seems we've been fortunate running into you then, eh?
I'm Henry of Scallows.
I'm Marion, the local priest. You look like someone who knows how to fight and isn't scared off all that easily. Just the kind of man for the job.
Tell me what happened from the beginning. What killed those cattle?
I was in my cottage when I heard such strange noises. It made my skin crawl. So, I went out and saw this. And that beast what did it running away. How am I supposed to make a living now? These cows were my most treasured possessions.
And what about you? Did you hear it too?
Unfortunately, no. I was in the church when Vladimir sent for me, saying they'd found those carcasses.
What sort of strange noises did you hear? Can you describe them in some way?
It was like someone dragging chains along the ground. Neither men nor wolves make them kinds of noises. And demons carry chains so they can catch sinners with them. Everyone knows that.
You mentioned a pit of hell. Is that located somewhere around here?
That's just a local fable.
It's no fable. In the days when silver was mined here, terrible misfortune took place in the mine. A pit to hell itself opened up there.
The mine shuttering fell apart and the gallery collapsed. That's all.
Shuttering my arse! It was a pit to hell! Shuttering don't just blow up on its own. But hell didn't scare good old Father Richard, so he set off into the tunnels and struck a deal with them demons. Ever since then, we brought food to the mine for them every second Sunday, and they leave us in peace in return.
Father Richard was a crackpot. You're lucky to finally have a normal priest here now.
A priest who forbade us from bringing the offerings, and now you can both see where that's got us.
Has anyone actually looked around in the mine?
Only old Father Richard. Nobody else has ever had the courage. The very mine shaft stinks like hell itself. So, we only ever lower a bucket down with the offering, and then clear off quick.
After the cave-in, the miners left to work in Grund. Seems they'd no longer felt the vein was worth the trouble here.
When did all this happen?
It's got to be at least 5 years now.
And you've been taking food there ever since?
That's right. And nothing's ever happened until now. All because our new priest here forbade us from bringing offerings.
Where's Father Richard now?
He returned to his maker not long ago. And now I preach here in his place. The moment I caught word of that foolish superstition, I put a stop to any offerings.
And you can see what that caused.
It's only happenstance. This isn't the first, nor the last time that wolves dare to venture into town.
Vladimir's right. It doesn't look like it was the work of wolves. I don't know what could have done it, but wolves don't make those kind of wounds.
You hear that, Father? And that's coming from someone who's been out and seen the world.
This whole thing is very odd. How do you want me to help?
The massacre of those cattle is a horrible thing. But the heresy that's been tolerated here on account of the former priest is even worse.
Old Father Richard would chase you out of town, you stuffed frock.
Marion may be young, but he's still a priest, and he deserves a bit of respect.
Thank you, Henry. Since you're the only one here uninvolved, I'd like you to go into the old mine and discover the truth of this old wives' tale.
And while you're there, take some peace offering with you. Otherwise, I wouldn't even dare going.
What am I to do with you? All right. Henry, take their offering with you as well. You'll do just as those wretches did before you, and then wait to see if any demons show their faces or not.
Wait for demons? You want to send the poor fella to his death?
Don't listen to him, Henry. Faith in God will protect you. But before you go through the mine, we'll have a look around the village. Then we'll all meet at the entrance to the mine.
All right, I'll help you. But what about the offering?
A bit of food will do. Here you go. We always lowered the food down in a bucket. The main thing is not to go down the shaft yourself, lest you anger hell.
Don't be frightened. It's just an old shaft.
You'll find it to the west of here. The whole area is deserted and most of the entrances are blocked off. You go past the mine buildings until you reach the one that's collapsed to the ground. The mine entrance is next to it. Good luck, lad. You're going to need it.
God be with you.
I decided to atone for my sins, Father.
For you, it's a necessity. Without sincere repentance, you will head straight into the arms of Lucifer, the fallen angel.
I changed my mind.
I'm truly sorry.
Christ almighty.
Till we meet again.
Okay. I wonder what that's about.
What is it? Are you whistling just for fun?
God!
I think how off-center this helmet looks. It's probably not though. It's probably because the horse's hair covers the other side, and probably both sides look that way realistically.
Go!
Let's cut across right here. Wonder what happened to that.
Ugh. It really does smell like hell here. Might there...
Didn't mean to cut him off there.
Oh, Jesus. What a diabolical stink. Ugh. All right then. Let's see if we can't lure the devil out.
Here's a chicken.
did all my things go?
God damn. What the fuck?
Jesus. What the fuck is going on here?
Lockpick, so that's not gonna help us.
Who goes there? I am the shield of gods, demon. I am Taras. Benedict Deus, Gloria Patri.
Jesus. His helmet's completely stuck. I can't get it off.
It has a rosary.
What's this? Did the knight write this? Christ. He went completely mad.
In the darkness I hear weeping and gnashing of teeth. I can't hold them in much longer. The voices of demons scratch at my soul like sores at my helmet. I can't take off my armor. I am never safe. Lord protect me, they are everywhere. I can smell their burnt flesh again. Don't want to become one of them. Demons of hell are always calling my name. It sounds like okay. Let's find our shit.
More entries. Also written by the knight? My God. How long has he been here?
I, Taras Mur, a servant of God, bound by covenant, guard the pit of hell in the mines of old Kutna. In the endless darkness, let the record serve me as proof of the day spent here in the service of God. Yes, I have more notes around here. I mean, come on. Here's where I knocked him out.
Looks like some kind of contract. It must be important if he locked it away.
Honorable Sir Taurus Mira swears a knight's oath to guard the pit of hell in the mines of Old Kutna and not to leave the mines while his service lasts. The oath will only be rescinded by another knight who will shoulder the burden of repentance and arrive at the mines and become a new guard by his own oath. Such a knight will then, under the same conditions, be the new guard of hell and the previous guardian. Will again see heaven and the love of God, and all his sins will be forgiven in the sight of the Lord. The night service is rewarded with food and water, delivered every month to, can't read it, by the locals, so undertakes the oath is sealed by the humble servant of God, Father Richard. Okay. Father Richard sent the knight here.
Even more entries. The pit to hell, and that knight is guarding it.
I'm cold to have dismantled some of the scaffolding to get firewood. It's always cold in the mines, but there's a freezing draft coming from the shaft where I get my food now. Soon the first snow will come since I have descended into the mines. My ministry shouldn't last much longer. I have armed the passages of the pit with crosses, and God is with me. The stench pouring from the pit leaves no doubt of the presence of hell. I am your humble servant, Lord, and beg for mercy in my sins. Oh, there was a lockpick right there.
More journal entries. Taras Mura. What in God's name happened here?
Sleep, the inferno attacks whenever I close my eyes. A child-bearing woman, clothed in the sun, her feet is eaten by dragons, fire, and blood, is in the walls, voices all around. They reproached me with their death. Killed them all and then descend into the darkness. The snow blows again in the shafts. I can't sleep. The devil is coming, and behind him is death.
Shit. There's no way through.
Oh, what the fuck? what, buddy? Come on. We'll take you with us if we can. Maybe not. You are a little too heavy to fall up that ladder.
The Lord your God will send a hornet among them.
You good?
Until he... So you live, demon. Not much longer!
Stop, Taras! I'm here to take your place, under the terms of your contract with Father Richard. I'm your replacement.
What? You're here to relieve me? You've come to battle hell in my place?
Yes, I have. My name is Henry of Skalitz, and I've come to take your burden upon myself. Exactly as it's written in the contract.
Oh, thank the Lord! Thank you!
Let's formalize our agreement outside, under the open heavens. Under the eye of God.
Oh, you're right. We'll handle everything under his gaze. Let's go out. You first, Henry of Skalitz. Up the ladder. Until the oath is made, I can't leave you down here alone with the pit of hell.
All right. Let's not get hasty now. I can explain everything.
Lord have mercy. What's going on here?
That's it! That's the beast!
Henry, who is that?
Don't speak to him! He's in league with that demon!
No! You've got it all wrong. I went into the mine as we agreed, and it's there that I ran into Sir Taras here. Sir Taras signed a contract with Father Richard. He was meant to guard the gateway to hell and receive regular supplies from the locals in return. He had me confused with a demon. But we managed to clear everything up in the end. I've got the contract here. See for yourself.
A contract? Well, I was sure all of this was mere heathen idolatry.
Father Richard never said nothing about a contract to no one. All he said was to provide food to keep the pit of hell quiet.
Maybe Father Richard feared you wouldn't listen otherwise. None of this, however, rights the wrongs committed by Sir Taras. Or are you looking to pardon him for slaying the cattle?
I have no need for pardons from you. I've spent years in the dark protecting you, ingrates. Meanwhile, you lot broke the promise and forgot about me. You'll pay for that!
Everyone calm down. The only crime committed here is ignorance. Apart from Father Richard and Sir Taras, no one knew of the contract. And when Father Richard died, Sir Taras was left on his own with his oath. He was kept alive by nothing but superstition and the offerings you brought to pacify hell. And when the offerings stopped, Sir Taras thought you betrayed him. And so he sought his revenge.
I had no idea.
Like I said, only ignorance is to blame. But now everything has been explained. So there's no reason to seek revenge or continue your investigation.
I won't settle for that. Fall to your knees and beg for forgiveness! I want to hear it with my own ears. You owe me that much for all the years I spent down there.
An apology? After you slaughtered our cattle?
Quiet, Vladimir. Sir Taras is right. He deserves our apology. Sir Taras, on behalf of the entire village, we ask for your forgiveness and thank you for the sacrifice you made for us. Your services are no longer needed. I'll have the mine filled in, and you'll receive all that you require. A horse, food, and supplies for the road.
So, I'm finally free? I've fulfilled my oath and cleansed my soul before the eyes of God?
It's true, Sir Taras. Your sins have been washed away by your service.
Oh, thank you!
And as for you, Henry, you did even more than I asked. You've earned your reward 10 times over. Take this and go with our thanks.
And my thanks too, lad.
My pleasure, friends. I don't think anyone's ever going to believe this story.